Hi everybody, good afternoon. Well, little Gigi's just gone home, he's not been very well. Been back to the vets, Buster don't knock, he's going to knock the tripod over, I just know it is. Well, the first bit of news is that I got the sweater back. I don't know whether you can see it, the one that was rejected without being seen. I might even keep it myself actually, except that the sleeves are a bit long on me, but that's easily modified because the sleeves went that way down. So it's the elegant sweater. I bought it, I think, off the Jenny King site. It's a paid for pattern anyway. I'll just stand up to see whether or not you can see it properly. You probably can't, but let me just alter the alter the viewfinder. I love the colour. But of course the lady that she was bigger than me, but I don't mind it being a bit baggy. I just would have to shorten the sleeves. I've just tried it on today. I've not been wearing it in case anybody wants to buy it. I've just tried it on so that you could see what it was like, and that my work isn't that horrible that she rejected it, if you know what I'm saying. Right, what else can I tell you today? Well, not an awful lot, because little Gigi's been taking up so much of my time, because obviously with him not being well, he's needed a lot of attention and a lot of nursing. Today, for the first time, he's actually slept most of the day, and not only has he slept in his bed, he's actually slept in Buster's big bed. There's a little video clip, I'll try and tack it onto the end of here. I'm still knitting. I've got another one sleeve to do, I've got the band to do, I've got pockets to do, so I'm not finished anywhere near. But what I want to show you is, I don't know whether you can see it or not, is I saw an easier way of kitchener stitching. It's supposed to be like, you know, the raw loops, but I thought, well, I'll try it on, you know, the shoulders of this cardigan that I'm making. But because it had been cast off, it does have a ridge, you know, across. But I'm really impressed with the way that it's joined up. I don't know if you can see or not. It's joined up like stitches. And I got that from a video from, I think it was one of the Addy sites, where you actually sort of mimic the stitch. It's more like, I don't know whether you've ever embroidered over wool, like a Swiss darning. It's like that, but I'm really impressed with that seam. It's just absolutely. I think on the camera it shows more of a line down it, but in real life it doesn't. You know, it just looks fabulous. So as you can see, I've done the back and two fronts. I've just casted off a sleeve, and then I've got one sleeve still to do. You know me and my loving of the red heart. Well, I managed to get that, just one skein from eBay, and it cost me £6.50, so I don't know what that is in dollars, but probably a lot more than what you would pay for it. It's Red Heart Super Saver. So it's called, Terre and Ciel. So that's what, the earth and sky. Oh yeah, it's got it written above, earth and sky. I was just practising a little bit of schoolgirl French then. So that's what I've got there. My love of vintage patterns. I got these off eBay. That's in UK 4-ply, which is fine. It's like your fingering in America. Little girl's dress. And then I got, I'll take it out of its cover because it might shine too much. This is, it's in quicker knit, so if I do it in double knit it would come a bit bigger, but if I do it in 4-ply it would come a bit smaller, but it's on a big hook. So I think what I'll do is do it in double knitting, but, you know, do a smaller hook. They're top down, and they're, you know, what I used to like about the old English patterns was they used to have, or British patterns I should say, they used to have the instructions on the back. Yeah. Now, what I'm after at the moment is I'm after an American Girl doll, or the same size as an American Girl doll, but they're about £110 over here to buy a new one, so we're not going there. I've seen another one that's just about £20. They're supposed to be like similar size to the American Girl. Not gone into my second childhood, if you can see the doll behind me. I've decided that, like, for Christmas I would just see whether or not you know, I could crochet any outfits for the dolls, because this size doll, which is the Sally doll, she's 27 inches tall. the clothes, we tried to buy clothes. My great-granddaughter's got one of these, and there's no patterns for a doll this size, none at all. Knitted or crochet, there's none. And the clothes for her are really, really expensive. So I thought, I mean, I don't know whether this is just an English doll or not, but I thought, yes, that's an idea. Make some clothes ready. Try and sell them over the Christmas period, you know, or even, you know, before that, if we do any craft fairs, maybe that's an idea. I crochet around the doll. I can't crochet them. I mean, I must admit, I've got some patterns for the American doll. I've got a knitted book and a crocheted book. I think they're by somebody called Nikki somebody, maybe Nikki Clark, I don't know. So, that's, yeah. Well, this knitting I'm doing, I am so impressed with this yarn, this Lion Brand Jiffy. It's a chunky, or so they say, but it's a very lightweight chunky to me and slightly brushed. But I tell you what, it's knitting up lovely. I mean, my knitting is uneven. I'm hoping it will even out a bit when it gets washed before it goes to my customer. But I was really impressed with the way it's been knitted. It's so smooth to knit with. It would be lovely, you know, to use for a baby garment. Absolutely lovely. Well, I think that's about it, really. For today, not much, because I've got much to show you, because I've not been doing much crocheting at all, yeah. I'm still like that about Etsy. A few of my things have lapsed now, and I'm just undecided whether to put them back on or not. Whether to try my best to make a web page. I'm just a bit off the world with them at the moment, you know, after what went on. You know, I'm just fed up with being said I'm evading the fees, you know, which I'm not. I mean, if I'm taking an order and it's not on there, yes, I might have had a conversation with somebody on there when they, you know, first contacted me. But then we go on to emails and things like that. And I didn't think I was evading, you know, fees or whatever. I didn't think I had to put everything on there because, I mean, these customers have actually paid me up front. So I don't know how you would do that, you know, on Etsy, because you couldn't put a photograph of nothing, could you? And, you know, and put the money and expect them to pay, and there's nothing showing, there's no fee, there's no nothing. I can't put a picture of the pattern up because that's contravening copyrights, because that's putting a photograph of somebody else's work. So I don't know quite how you would do that or how they expect me to do that. So I really want some help with making a web page. I know, Zoe, you've told me it's quite easy, and there's YouTubes, and Juanita's told me that, but I am so phobic when it comes to anything to do with, you know, I'm like la 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 when it comes to anything to do with computers. Once they're made up for me, I can add to them, you know, do anything like that, I can do that with them. Yeah, what else has happened? Oh, I had a lady get in touch with me. There was a little cardigan, teenager kind of cardigan on my Etsy, and I'd put that it was £8 postage, and she said, I don't like your postage charges, can you do it any cheaper? And she lived in Australia. Well, I looked on the, you know, the sites to look up for packages and stuff like that, and I couldn't have sent it for £8 to Australia. It would have cost me at least £12 to send it to Australia. So I don't think she's very happy with me, because I said, I'm sorry. I said, I'm glad you pointed it out to me. I said, because I've had to look it up now, and I've found out that I'm undercharging for the postage. So instead of getting a reduction in the postage, which she was hoping for, I mean, blimey, I'd reduced the little cardigan to £15, and it was a teenage size, you know, a small lady's adult size. I mean, she's asking me all these questions. Was it shiny? Was it this? Was it that? Was it the other? And I'm thinking, blimey, you know, it's acrylic. What do you expect for £15? Rant over. Happy smiles. Anyway, I don't know where I'm getting the little dog again tomorrow, so I better move on tonight with a bit of knitting, haven't I? I had to get my groceries delivered today because I've just not been out the door at all. Well, I've been to the dustbin and back, but that's been about it. So anyway, rambling, so bye for now.